The woman took off her clothes to go to bed, but before she could finish undressing, she suddenly froze in place. Her husband, accustomed to this, covered her with a blanket and reluctantly turned off the light to go to sleep. It turned out that everyone in this small town was controlled by a windmill. When the windmill rotated at a constant speed, the villagers could move normally. But as soon as the windmill stopped, everyone would freeze in place. Even more bizarre was that, whenever the windmill accelerated, everyone began to work frantically. Under the windmill's control, their work efficiency greatly improved. What would normally take at least a year to build a house, they could complete in a single night. The entire town was completely controlled by the windmill. Until one day, a lightning strike hit the windmill, causing a part to fall off. It rolled right in front of the man, who suddenly snapped out of it. He was no longer under the windmill's control, while the others continued to work frantically, like tools. This went on for several days. After the weather cleared up, the windmill finally stopped, and the villagers were able to rest in place. The man moved among the motionless villagers, and realized that he was the only one who could move freely, and do as he pleased, so he randomly chose a woman he liked on the street. When the woman woke up, she also fell in love with the man at first sight. From then on, the young couple lived a happy life together. But because of the windmill, the woman would suddenly become busy. Even the food the man hadn't finished eating was taken away by her. But that wasn't the biggest problem. The real nightmare came at night. Whenever they tried to go to bed, the windmill would mysteriously stop, and the woman would also become motionless. The man spent a month alone in an empty room. One morning, he saw his girlfriend still in the same spot, and he finally couldn't take it anymore. He grabbed an axe and rushed out, intending to destroy the windmill with a single blow. But he was stopped by the villagers. They feared that if the windmill were destroyed, they too would vanish. But since the windmill had stopped, they couldn't stop the man. The man approached the windmill and began hacking furiously at its base, venting his frustration. But at that moment, the windmill began to spin again. The villagers rushed forward as one, joined forces to catch the man who was trying to break the rules, and forced him to the edge of the cliff. Just as the man thought he was doomed, the windmill suddenly collapsed and fell off the cliff. The man thus escaped death, but they never imagined that the windmill had landed in the stream, and under the force of the water, it began to rotate at a constant speed. Thus, everything returned to normal. The man became the village's savior. Most importantly, he and his girlfriend were finally on the same wavelength.